video, we will be talking about the 8 elements of an executive functioning and how they work as cogs in a machine to allow us to complete tasks. We will quickly discuss what these 8 elements are, and in other videos dive deeper into each one. One element of executive functioning is task initiation. This is how a person takes action to get started on a task. However, this requires several executive functioning skills, such as planning, prioritization, organization, and procrastination can have a major role in our ability to start a task. So don't be so hard on yourself when you haven't quite started a task. There's a lot of elements at play. Our next element is organization. This is keeping track of things both physically and mentally. This doesn't mean being neat and having that Pinterest perfect desk. Organization can look messy, and it's the lack of chaos, whether it's in your mind or in your physical space. And there's an emotional impact to chaos, not so much messiness, but chaos. So we're going to talk in depth later about how organization is essential to your ability to complete tasks. Planning is our next element. Planning goes hand in hand with organization. They complement each other. Planning is the process of thinking through a series of steps, knowing what needs to be done, breaking assignments into smaller tasks, and identifying time in your schedule to get them done. Our next element is prioritization. This is identifying tasks that need to be done and weighing them, which is more important and needs to be done first. You need to identify tasks that need to be done sooner than later for a variety of reasons. In class, for example, you may prioritize an assignment based on when it's due, or how much that assignment is weighted in your final grade, or even how long it will take to do that assignment. So there's many factors that can weigh into what makes something more important to get started on than something else, and you need to consider all of those when planning and prioritizing your list of things to do. To do all this, we're going to need some flexibility, right? Or flexible thinking. It's our ability to adjust our behavior and thinking to unexpected changes and seeing potential solutions to the problems that arise. Being able to see opportunities in the face of chaos is an important element of flexibility. So as things don't go as planned, what opportunity do they open up for you? Our next element is attention, or our ability to focus. And in traditional schooling, we think of this as sit down and read a book, right? But our ability to focus has really 3 dimensions. The length of how long you can attend to something, the width of how wide or focused should your attention be, and then its depth, maintaining your attention. In a classroom, we have to have really wide attention span as a teacher so that we can observe all of the children and attend to their needs across the whole room throughout the whole day. This is our superpower. However, we need to change our ability to focus, right? And narrow that width and extend that length and maybe even deepen that depth in order to sit down and read our textbook or get an assignment done. So being aware of where your attention is at that moment and how you can hone it to focus in on the task at hand is important. Next up is our working memory. This is the glue that kind of holds everything together. This is our ability to retain information to be stored into our long-term memory. And this allows us to use all of our executive functioning tasks we've discussed so far and implement and bring them together. So a lot of times we have to gather our scattered thoughts that are going to be going in many different directions and pulling them together with our working memory to create something beautiful, effective, and efficient. Our final element is self-control. Sometimes you hear this in schools as self-regulation. This is how you are able to control your emotions and actions in face of distractions, impulses, fear, anxiety, and we intentionally think about our emotions and reactions and we need to then modify our response. Be aware of what we're feeling in that moment and potentially make a different choice, right? And think about what's really required for you to be successful in that time. With these 8 executive functioning skills, you can become aware of your actions and work towards being successful. In other videos, we'll dive deeper into each one. And remember, you got this.